All right, let's take a look at some of these other reconnaissance tools. Primarily, I want to talk about Google as an example. Most of the labs and the information that you see me going through, the links, can be found again back on the site www.mile2, that's the number 2.com. So in Google, we can just do some simple searches to see if there's any information out there that we might not have wanted to give away. One of the things that we can look at is knowing some of these things they call Google hacks. For example, if you know that a lot of websites themselves are set up with these private folders, often have a listing of parent directory, this kind of a search starts to give me this information that maybe others didn't want us to see. So here we go. I'm looking at a lot of this information on private directories that are being stored here by Google. Even if you move the information, all I have to do is click this cache button to see what used to be there. Let's take a look at this one and what's in this index of private. I'm just picking any one of these. And I see a number of files. Oh, and I see when they're called password.cgi. And I open that up and there's a listing. It says correct password and the URL and the location. So that kind of gives you the idea that information you think is secure might not be. Now that was a random use of trying to go after any site that I could find. Well, let's say we're looking for corporate secrets, and we could say for any document that might be titled for internal use only. And we want to be more specific. We don't want to just find millions of documents that are listed that way. So we can use keywords like site, colon, and say we want to do just the Juniper networks, which would be more like a hacker to find a specific target that they're after. And so we see about 12 returns of documents that apparently have the words for internal use only. Now, all of this means you're thinking, well, that's a lot I have to remember. What are these other keywords like the in URL and all in URL? You can also go to the Google Advanced Search, and you can do the same things that I've been doing here. You can put in the phrases, you can put in specific words, no more than 10 combinations of words and phrases though. I can choose a specific domain, as you saw it filled in only, and then juniper.net. I can even put in just recent documents, ones that were with up to the last year. And one of the great things, of course, doing this through the advanced tool is I don't have to look at 10 results at a time. I can look at 100. I could have done this without the advanced search. You just have to put in the term num equals 100 to see how many you want at one time. Another great thing about Google is what we call their Google Labs. The Google Labs give me information that are products that they're working on that they haven't finished. So I'll click this More button. But they let you use these tools to see if they can help you in doing your search-related work. Again, you can see a lot of the things that they're working on. An important part for me to talk about this is that things like the Google search, desktop search, and other types of tools that we're using now, the Google browser itself or the toolbar, all were in Google Labs at some time until they became popular and became perfected enough to release. So you can see a lot of options that you have just by doing something like Google. I should point out here that if you wanted to look for the CEO or president of a company, you can often find their information, even their personal information, based on their being listed by sites that they donate money to, or members of your family who decide they want to post all of your photos and pictures of all their family up online. So there's a lot of information that if you're really looking at security, or if you're the hacker, they're going to be trying to find this information about your company and the people that work for you as well.